What is up, ninjas? My name is Samrold, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to keep your music interesting by adding variation. Variation is a beautiful thing, guys. Without variation, we would go insane. Imagine eating the same food, wearing the same clothes, playing the same video game, and always getting the same outcome with stuff. Imagine always using the same kicks, the same presets, the same samples, and you can see where variation really comes in handy. You could go crazy with no variation in your life. There's also rumors on the internet that people get tortured by listening to the same song over and over again. So imagine listening to levels when someone's trying to steal your lead idea.
How'd you make that lead?
I'll never tell you how I made that lead. You'll never know.
Oh yeah, you think you're tough? Well, watch this shit.
No. With that being said though, guys, today I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways to add variation to your music very simply, very easily, and it won't take you that long to do. So let's get started. The first way to add variation to your music, guys, and this is going to have to do more with the melody of your song, is to use a harmonic counterpart in certain sections. What that means is, let's say I have a melody, and at a certain part in the melody I play in the note of G. The harmonic counterpart of G is going to be the G, obviously, the A sharp, or the B flat, or the D. It's a good D. So you can always switch your melody up by using the harmonic counterparts of it, which just sounds something like this, and it does work really well. Second way to add variation to your music, guys, is to follow the rule of 8 bars. Now this means that every 8 bars you're going to add something new or take away something from the song. Very easy to implement, obviously, but the hard thing comes when like, what should I add after 8 bars? And I will recommend that you guys use a reference track and copy people if you can't figure out what to add to your music, just to add a bit of variation. But this one is a very simple one to follow, and that is going to be tip number 2 for you guys.
Get away from me. I can take it all. I can take it all.
Third way to add variation to your music, guys, is to implement a bridge rather than going directly into the breakdown where people will hear the same melody they heard in the first part of the breakdown. Implementing a bridge is pretty simple, guys. After you have your last part of the drop, let's say, and you're going to a breakdown, instead of going directly into a breakdown, keep the kick, the bass going, but try and make it mellow out. So pretty much you're kind of going from a huge amount of energy, and in those last 8 bars, you're going to kind of move towards that break. So it moves fluently. You can see this done a lot in progressive trance kind of songs like Above and Beyond, and you know, Ian Bluestone, stuff like that. You also see it in some progressive house, but here are some examples of music that have used a bridge really good to really give a bit more variation to the music, but at the same time rest the idea before we go back into it. This will definitely keep your music a lot more interesting, however, and it's a simple trick.
I'm your lights, Tokyo by night.
Fourth way to add variation to your music, guys, is to implement another genre and fuse it into your own song. For instance, in Big Room, we have people that get trap portion drops in there, and then they switch over to, you know, let's say like back to the Big Room. And the key here is that you're only going to have it on one drop. You cannot have it on the first drop and the second drop. It can only be on one. Usually the trap portion people opt for the second drop, but it's not rare to hear it on the first drop either. In trap, a lot of people have a very heavy trap drop, and in the second portion they'll have a future bass drop. They'll go back to the break, then they'll do the trap drop again, and then the song. And you can, you know, move this around, but the key thing is it always happens once. So next time you're making progressive house, why don't you add an 808 in there and make it interesting. And finally, guys, the last tip I'm gonna give you guys is to just add something new every 8 bars like the first rule. But here are a couple of things you can mess with. First off, drums. You can add the ride and the claps like we do in Big Room on the second part of the drop, not the first part. You can add an uplifter that would go throughout to add more energy. You heard this a lot in Groove House, like Tom Starr and Kreider did. You could add a new sound, an offbeat sound. The G House vocal can come in and start doing vocal chops. There's so many ways to do it, guys, but that's gonna be it for this video, and hopefully this helps kind of give you a few ideas to add variation to your music. Like always, ninjas, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to hit like, and if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. You guys can always support me over here at evilsounds.com, where I try and provide to you guys the best sample packs and presets for EDM music. And with that being said, ninjas, don't forget to leave tutorial suggestions down in the comments below as well. You guys give me ideas to make new videos, and I'll make them every single day. And with that being said, you guys take care, and you guys have an amazing day. Keep your life interesting, keep your music interesting, add a bit of variation, and I'll see you guys next time.